Okay, so at least when compared to others, this review was a little late, but since we're all being quarantined because of this pandemic and the whole world is going crazy, I guess now I seem to have a lot of time on my hands, so I guess better late than never. Now you might be asking yourselves, okay, why didn't he just review this movie when it came out? Well, long story short, it was the holidays and everything was hectic, and then on top of that I had gotten sick, so I couldn't review the movie. So now is as good of time as always to actually review this movie. And with all that being said, yeah, I'm gonna need a little something to help me out through this review. Ah, there we go. Salute. Wow, that's strong. Alright, with all joking aside, in all seriousness, I didn't hate this movie. It's just a little underwhelming, that's all. Been a Star Wars fan since I went and saw The Phantom Menace in 1999 when I was 4 years old. Since then I've been invested in the whole series. I've been keeping up with the prequels, the originals, the Clone Wars, the Rebels, The Mandalorian, and even the sequel trilogy, and the anthology films. So, yeah, say what you will about the prequels. I didn't think they were that bad. I like everything Star Wars so far. Even the sequel trilogy, no matter how inconsistent it is, I still like it. But I will admit that there are still some problems with the overall story and narrative, because it's pretty clear that Disney didn't have a plan in place at all. So, I don't blame J.J. Abrams for this movie being bad, or actually it's not bad, it's just a little underwhelming. Alright, so yeah, the fault goes to Rian Johnson for screwing things up with The Last Jedi. Yeah, I loved The Force Awakens in terms of the sequel trilogy. I loved The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi was kind of a mixed bag for me. Now, Rise of Skywalker, it wasn't really all that bad. But you can tell that J.J. Abrams was written into a corner by Rian Johnson, because I don't fault J.J. Abrams for this film being underwhelming. It's all Rian Johnson's fault for writing him into a corner with The Last Jedi, because he was the one that killed off Snoke, and obviously Abrams had plans for Snoke after The Last Jedi, or for the whole trilogy. So I don't know why Johnson killed off Snoke. Obviously he intentionally was trying to piss off Star Wars fans. Another thing I didn't like about The Last Jedi was how they handled some of the characters, like Laura Dern's character, or Holdo. Wasted potential. She could have been a great character, but Johnson decided to put in a political agenda. I don't even care about politics. I don't even want to know about politics. I hate them in the movies. I go to the movies for escapism, but they had to put in a agenda to emasculate men when they had Holdo emasculate Poe. But it was stupid that she should have told everyone the plan. They would have avoided the whole Canto Bight sequence, which was kind of useless. I would have had more respect for Holdo if she didn't let political agenda get in the way. Poe did screw up at the beginning of the movie, but it's a war. You're gonna lose people in a war, obviously, because it's called Star Wars, and you gotta fight, right? But like that being said, it's not like he was wrong too, but two wrongs don't make a right. Alright, so what else in The Last Jedi? Oh yeah, Luke Skywalker. I didn't mind the overall story there for The Last Jedi, but they could have made some changes. Like, for example, what I said about the Canto Bight sequence and Holdo. Another one was Luke Skywalker. When he tossed the lightsaber over his head, it didn't really make that much sense because he hasn't seen his old lightsaber since for like 30 plus years because he lost it to Vader on Bespin in The Empire Strikes Back. So I have no idea why he wouldn't have reacted to seeing that lightsaber. Another thing, when Rey hands him the lightsaber, what he should have done is say, "Where did you get this?" And he would have had a PTSD flashback to Kylo Ren destroying the Academy, and then he would have dropped the lightsaber in shock and said, "No, I can't do this." And then he walks off like he does in the film. That I would have had respect for. That would have made more sense. I mean, he could walk off and be embittered, but he didn't have to be like just throw the lightsaber away and forget about everything. I mean, yeah, I understand that he has to grow, he has to be a different character because he's older now, but he could have been done a little bit differently. I mean, I don't disagree with Johnson's decision to make Luke embittered, but he could have handled it better. Plus they shouldn't have had that much comedy to undercut the serious scenes in the movie. And in terms of the Canto Bight sequence, they could have made Benicio del Toro a different character, like so with omitting the Canto Bight sequence entirely. Benicio del Toro shouldn't have had a connection to Canto Bight. Should have been an entirely different character altogether, because they said they was going to be a villain. So why not make him like a Sith assassin to go after the rebels or Rey or whatever? That's what he should have done. Alright, now getting back to The Rise of Skywalker. Okay, for one, I didn't hate this movie at all. I loved it, but there were some choices like that were kind of dumb, like bringing Palpatine back, which kind of undercuts Anakin's sacrifice at the end of Return of the Jedi. Um, and yeah, I heard that it's because in the novelization that he's a clone body, but and they brought his essence into the clone body. I mean, yeah, I appreciate that explanation too, but Palpatine should never have been involved in the first place. So, the thing is, it was because of Johnson killing off Snoke in The Last Jedi, so if Snoke hadn't died in The Last Jedi and continued on to The Rise of Skywalker, that would have made more sense. So I'm okay with Snoke being somewhat of a clone of Palpatine. I mean, it would make sense. It was like a modified clone of Palpatine. If they explained his origin like that and kept him in there like that, that would have been fine. Regarding Rey, Rey should never have been Palpatine's granddaughter. I've always thought this before. She should have been Luke's daughter. I mean, obviously that's obviously the cliche go-to, but I think it would have been much better because obviously Abrams was trying to set this up from the beginning, from The Force Awakens, but Johnson screwed him over with that. I think even in the Force Awakens novelization, it says that Kylo Ren would know who Rey is during the final battle. That he said, "It is you," when she got the lightsaber. So that should have been a hint that Kylo Ren knew Rey. They should have been cousins and not just complete strangers that aren't blood related. So Rey should have been a Skywalker by blood and not by namesake like the end of the movie. Right, so my theory about that is how I would rewrite it is Rey was at the academy when Kylo Ren destroyed it and took the handful of the students. Rey was somewhere there. Luke found her and rescued her, and dropped her off at Jakku, and used the Force to mind wipe his mind and her mind about them being related to protect her. Hence why they don't recognize each other in The Last Jedi, which I would have massive respect that they would have done that. Plus, with Finn, they should have made Finn Lando's son, since Billy D. Williams returned in this movie. That would have been a much cooler dynamic. And plus, I don't even think they explained Janna's relation to Lando. I mean, I heard that in one of the books that Janna was implied to be Lando's daughter, but then Disney said that that's not the case. But then they should have just made Finn Lando's son, which would have made sense. It would have gave Finn more of a purpose, that he's a son of one of the rebel leaders, or rebel generals. Yeah, and plus, it's cool that he would be related to Lando, because Lando, let's face it, is a badass too, like how Han was. That being said, is there anything I do like? Yeah, I mean, the story was okay, minus the whole Palpatine thing. I mean, I'd be okay with the whole entire story overall if they didn't involve Palpatine. General Hux being the spy, I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm okay with them revealing General Hux to be the spy, but they should have built it up more, like how they built it up with Agent Kallus in Star Wars Rebels. That made more sense. I liked Kerry Russell's character, Zori Bliss. Wish we had more time with the character too. We had more character depth with her. I mean, she was a cool character, so I like Kerry Russell in anything. Anyways. The overall story of them going to find a way to the Sith planet, I don't know, that would have been fine if Snoke was involved. It would have been much better. I mean, it would have made more sense if Snoke was one controlling it, and he had some of Palpatine's essence, because Palpatine transferred his essence over to the clone in the final product. So he should have had some of Palpatine's memories too, or about a Sith fleet. So that would have made more sense too. That would have been Snoke's plan. Other than that, I still like the movie despite its flaws. Yeah, you can say Last Jedi has flaws too, and Force Awakens has flaws, and even the prequels have flaws too. Hell, even the original trilogy had flaws too. I mean, all the trilogies weren't even perfect. All of them equally have flaws too. But I mean, but the Last Jedi, even though some of it was a total crap show with the whole political angle going on. That was the only sequel that was mixed for me, along with Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy Rise of Skywalker. But I do acknowledge the problems in it. That being said, one request I have for Lucasfilm Story Division, or Kathleen Kennedy, or Disney, Bob Iger or Bob Chapek, whoever's in charge, you can hire me for your story group, because I can help out greatly. I can help out with storytelling, because I'm a fan and I know what fans want in Star Wars, because I've kept up with the series religiously for a while. So plus I need a new job anyways, because I've been looking for a job like crazy, and I need the extra money. So maybe we can help each other out. Maybe, hopefully. Please get back to me on that. That being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can be notified of any future videos. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye.